All right, so again, like I said, and we did this yesterday, again, we're going to be learning how to use graphs and stories together to understand the relationship between two quantities. And quantities are the labels that we normally put on x-axis and y-axis, all right? And for our success criteria, we have 4 different things that we're going to be looking at. We'll choose and interpret the scale and origin of a graph. When we're able to do that, we'll know that we've successfully mastered the learning intention. We're also going to have to be able to use and interpret the titles of a graph, like the y-axis, the x-axis. We got to explain the difference between independent and dependent variables. And then we're going to use a graph to understand the difference between an independent and a dependent variable. So to start with our graphing story, we're going to take a look at this video right here real quick. And it is of a man that is going up and down. He's going down a staircase, actually. So he's changing elevation, and time is passing. So we're going to take a look at that real quick, and then we'll come back to our graph and we'll plot it. So
in a half speed, I might be talking to you throughout the video. Let's take a look together.
So right here in the bottom right corner, we see that guy. We see the time, but with the picture, we see that he's going down the staircase.
So notice that the man is walking across his patio. Now he's descending a flight of stairs. Oh, he's got a landing and he's walking across the landing and then descending down another flight of stairs. Up another little landing, and then he moves on down that last flight of stairs. Oh, he's walking across the sidewalk. Oh, a quick hop, and off he goes. All right, let's think about this video. Maybe you can think about some questions that I have for you.
So we're going to go back to our whiteboard. I need to find where is it? So if I stop sharing and then go to share screen whiteboard, there it is. Now, the entire video took 14 seconds. So from the top of the staircase to the bottom, it took 14 seconds. So first, we're going to draw our graph. And I should have said this too. Go ahead and get you a piece of paper and a pencil or pen so that we could draw our graphs. We're going to be drawing it. All right, get paper and a pen or pencil, preferably pencil, because then you could erase it. But let's draw a graph. Our origin is right here, and we'll call our origin 0. All right, our y-axis is right here, and I'll label it y, and then my x-axis is right there. For my y-axis, it's going to be the elevation there it is. And then for my x-axis, I'm going to call it time. T-I-M-E. X-axis, I'm going to call it time. The time was in seconds, so I'm going to put seconds. S for seconds. That's the quantity. For the elevation, it was, I'm going to say feet. All right. Let me make this a little bit prettier. We're going to say feet. We're also going to label this graph. We're going to title this graph because we have to title our graphs. We're going to call it elevation versus time. And that's the title of our graph. All right, so we labeled the y-axis with the quantity feet for elevation, and then we labeled the x-axis time, which is being measured in seconds. The entire portion of from the guy moving from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs took 12 seconds. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally, I should have left more space so this is not crumbled up, but we get it. 9, 10, 11. And let's make this line a little bit longer. 12. The highest that he was at was 12 feet. We're going to say he was at 12 feet. So let's do the same thing. 1. So the origin is the 0 position. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Please don't mind the numbers to the side. I should have made more space. Let me see if I could move this up a little bit. And then he started at the top. All right. And then for the first couple of seconds, he walked outside his door. So I'm going to draw a line. And then he went down the first flight of stairs. So we're going to say at 2 seconds, that's where he started going down the staircase. So that's why at 2 seconds, he's still at the top. And then we're going to say he started descending until about 6 seconds, which is right there. And then he hit another landing that was right in the middle. And he did that for about, I'm going to say 2 seconds. So I said he went down until 6, did about, let's do 3 seconds. And then he went down those last set of stairs after the first landing. And let's say he did that for about 2 seconds. Right? And then he was on the bottom floor. So he did bam. So he started at the top, descended, then he was in the middle landing, descended again, and then he got to the bottom. And this type of function is called a piecewise function. And it's a piecewise function because it has different graphs coming together. It's not just one straight line, it's multiple lines. So it's a piecewise function. And if we wanted to do the vertical line test, we know that this passes the vertical line test because there's no overlapping. If you go all across, you realize that this is a function because it meets and it validates the vertical line test for all parts of it. So that's how we would graph the story, all right? Again, we want to ensure that we label our axes, the y and the x. We label the graph elevation times time, all right? And then we're going to put in the values. We also got to ensure we're putting units in. So for elevation, I didn't just write elevation. I put feet, the units. Same for time. All right, so I'm gonna